Uh, right. So remember the margin from FINRA report thing that we went over a couple days ago? Here's another one. This is by Fred, which is uh, just look it up. It's its own data repository. Um, Security brokers and dealers, margin accounts at brokers and dealers asset level. And GameStop is the white line going all the way back to their IPO in 2002. What the fuck? Why? It's not like 100% correlated. But the fact that it's not zero and just the similarities of it. Charlie, Gherkinit, help. Because it like this is what fuck. No. Oh, you cunt. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Because this is what kind of sticks out to me. This is what I start thinking about when I see this. If you have this graveyard of FTDs, long-term hedging, right? You're typically you're gonna make this pivot point. It's kind of like a either a floating leg or a stable leg for this in some giant balance sheet, appropriately abbreviated as BS. So if over the course of that's almost 20 years, why? Give me. Why? Like this relationship tells me that there is some literal graveyard, or not literal, but for this context, you get the point. There is a graveyard that things like GME, AMC, Sears, Blockbuster. I don't remember what the fucking symbol is for it. All these companies have some form of exposure that gets sent into a graveyard, whether it's via ISDA instruments or just rolling. And it all corresponds to some balance sheet. And there's a constant relationship being adhered to on both sides. And to see something like this that goes for over 20 years with this latent effect where you had this climb take place, and this is all reported quarterly, it looks like, as far as the margin goes. This is on TradingView, by the way, if you're interested. It's also on Fred's website. So, like, GameStop didn't react right away. In fact, it took, 2 years? Give or take. Like, you have like a 50% reaction between this going up and then this subsequently following. So if you have this constant graveyard that is being tended to in such a way that it doesn't set off any alarms or that it doesn't threaten whatever your balance sheet is composed of, I would imagine that some of the hedging, some of the instruments using to hedge this would be like bonds, swaps, anything from the fixed income family. Which would ultimately show a reaction here if this would be the floating leg, technically. floating as in you have a variable cost or variable yield going on, and so you need to then peg it with whatever your quasi-fixed leg would be, which in this case would be fixed income instruments like bonds and swaps. And these could also be junk bonds, which you see a lot of correlation between HKY, which is an ETF for junk bond yield rates, but also like treasuries. And then, ooh, wait. What does the fucking reverse repo look like? Holy fuck. So, right, this actually makes sense. Because there's another video, it's like the Sears or the Blockbuster one, where the reverse repo is lagging behind. No, the reverse repo is leading the FINRA margin balance sheet. What the fuck? Help, 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 help. Fuck.